Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dee's Wellness Wednesday. It's Wednesday. My goal for these sessions is to provide you with additional information that will support you on your wellness journey. Today, I'm going to be talking about fasting, which is the second part of the two-part series which I started last week, where we talked a lot about fasting. And this week, I am going to focus on the benefits and some of the downsides of fasting. So if you need to re-listen to part one, I will repost it. It's on my page. You can go grab it and listen, but I also repost it because it goes with this one. So for those of you who don't know me, I am Dion, owner and founder of Dion's Wellness Wagon, where I support menopausal women who are struggling with weight gain, cravings, lack of energy, night sweats, mood swing, bloating, you name it, all the perimenopause and menopausal symptoms. And I know some of you ladies know exactly what I'm talking about, that they can be very, very horrible to us. So if you want to learn about a little bit more about fasting, so you can tune in to this video. This is probably going to be pretty short today. I wanted to recap a little bit of what I talked about last week. So last week, one of the things I focused on, to get the glasses here, we talked about two misconceptions with fasting, because there are a lot of different theories around fasting. And so before you embark on a fasting journey, you should at least take some time to do a little bit of homework just to make sure it's right for you, because fasting is not for everyone. You have to be very particular, and sometimes you have to consult your doctor if you have certain medical conditions. But it's definitely worthwhile. When I go through some of the benefits today, you'll definitely see how worthwhile fasting is. But again, it's not for everybody. So a couple of the misconceptions that we talked about is that people believe that you have to eat every 2 or 3 hours. Now, we know that's not true. We've been programmed to do that. Our bodies have adapted. And so when we don't do that, what happens is that we get dizzy, lightheaded, tummy cramps and all of that. And people think that those live forever, but they don't. They go away because your body just needs a chance to adapt to those feelings, and then you don't feel them anymore once you start to fast. I also talked about what is happening. What is fasting first before I go into that? So what is fasting? So fasting is a period without food, and it's not about not eating at all. It's eating less often. Not really, not eating less, right? So because you're fasting, people really think you're eating less. Not necessarily. You're just eating less often as opposed to not eating less. And it can be a lifestyle strategy which you can use to improve your health. And when I talk about some of the benefits, you will see what I mean. Now, human beings have been fasting forever. Our ancestors had to fast. There were periods that they lived through where there were times of famine and then feast. And during those periods where food was not available, they fasted. And guess what? Their bodies adapted. They didn't have refrigerators like we do, supermarkets and all of that stuff, so they could save food for periods when there was none. So their bodies had to adapt to these periods, and they didn't die. Actually, they all became stronger. And then what happens during fasting? So during fasting, what is happening is that, which is amazing, your body, when you don't feed your body starts eating its own cells. And guess what? It eats the bad cells first. It converts all the bad cells that are there. Any bad cells it finds when it's looking for food, it'll eat those first. And what happens, that's a good thing, because as we know, bad cells can be detrimental to our health. Bad cells can turn cancerous. They can turn into autoimmune diseases. They can turn into different things. So we always don't want bad cells in our bodies. That's why it's important that our cells are always regenerating, right? We're creating new cells, and old cells are being depleted and new cells are being formed. So during the process of fasting, your old cells are being utilized for energy, which is a great thing. And then I talked about some of the different types of fasting, right? Water fast, dry fast, broth fast, and intermittent fast. Then I spent a little more time on intermittent fast because that seems to be one of the most popular ones that people tend to use a lot. And I think they use that because it's one of those, it's sustainable. It's doable. You know, it's not difficult, and it doesn't create a lot of undue burden on you or on your body. So that's the one that I practice. And there are 3 options you can choose from when it comes to intermittent fasting. So the 16/8 method, and that's eating 8 hours and giving yourself, like every 8 hours basically, or longer, giving your body a chance to kind of rest and recuperate. And then there's eat and stop, eat, stop, eat. And then 5/2 diet. And again, if you want more details on these methods, just go to the first video that I did last week, the first live that I did last week. I really don't want to spend the time going back into those again, especially if you had listened to it before. So if you didn't, just go back and pull that video. So today, what I wanted to talk about was, we want to talk a little bit about some of the benefits of fasting, right? It's not just, yes, weight loss is like the biggest thing why people do fasting, right? We know that. I have lots of friends who's like, that is their weight loss formula, right? It's for, they fast. And it works. It works. And if that's your thing and you've cleared it with your doctor that that's something that your body can sustain, go for it. By all means, go for it. Now, benefits of fasting, of course, weight loss, just said that. And hormonal balance, something that's very important in the work that I do with women, because a lot of these perimenopause and menopausal symptoms that we experience, like the cravings and the night sweats and the hot flashes, that is attributed to hormonal imbalance. And so fasting is something that can actually help with hormonal imbalance. It also helps with reducing insulin. It can prevent the cancer growth in your body. I just talked about eating where your body eats the bad cells whenever you don't have any food being introduced into your body. So that's also a great thing. And fasting also refocuses your energy and helps your body to regenerate itself and even save energy in a way, because it's not busy digesting, assimilating the food, because that takes a lot of energy when you have to, when the body goes through the whole digestive process. And it also allows the body to detox naturally without introducing anything at all. It repairs leaky guts, which is critical since about 80% of our immunity is in our gut. Think about that. Right? It helps to, so if you are suffering with leaky gut syndrome, fasting is a great way to help. 80% of our immunity resides in our gut, so we always want to make sure we have a healthy gut microbiome and healthy gut bacteria going on here. Let's see what else. It calms down overactive immune system. And so that's just wonderful. So those are just some of the benefits, but I wanted to highlight like the key benefits that can resonate with people. Weight loss, big one. Refocuses energy, big one. Reducing insulin, hormonal balance, helps to repair damaged cells. So very good. Now, what are some of the downsides of fasting? So the most common effect, one of the biggest downsides, people like, but we're hungry. Yes, you'll be hungry for a while until your body adapts. Believe me, I've been doing this for maybe 8 years. And after a while, you don't really feel hungry. Like my protocol is I'll have my water in the first thing in the morning, room temperature water with lemon, apple cider vinegar. I do lemon essential oil sometimes, and turmeric. I have about 20 to 22 ounces of that, and this might be 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then sometimes I'll have a smoothie, or I may not have a smoothie, and then I won't eat till around 1. Once I had dinner 9 o'clock the night before, or 8 o'clock, whatever. There's been at least anywhere from 13 to 16 hours before my next meal is normally what I do. And the funny thing is, I've been doing it for so long that I don't feel hungry in the mornings, but in the afternoon after my first meal, that's when I start feeling really hungry. But I'm so used to, like, breakfast is just not my thing. I've been practicing that for so long that I have been, and I did not do it for weight loss. I did it more for the health benefits of having my cells being repaired and just giving my organs a chance to rest and regenerate themselves. So it's been, I love it. So let's talk about some of the downsides before we wrap up. So the most common downside, again, is that we're hungry, but it'll pass. You will live. It'll get past that. You may feel weak, and then your brain may not perform as well as it used to, because it's looking for food. It's used to getting that food, and so it's looking for it. So when it doesn't get it, it's like, wait, I'm supposed to get fed. What happened? I can't perform. I just can't. But after a while, it adapts and it says, wait, I'm just going to go find food somewhere else. And then it adjusts, and then you start performing as usual. Your body just has to adapt. It takes a little bit of while. Now, if you have certain medical conditions, like if you're diabetic, you are on blood pressure medications or different meds, or you have different illnesses, you want to, hi Suni, you want to check with your doctor first before you embark on this. Chances are he might give you, modification in terms of how you can approach it slowly. But please, if you do choose to practice or start some type of fasting, you want to make sure your doctor is okay with it, especially if you are on medications. It's really, really important that you do that. And that's all I have for today. But as usual, if you need support from me, I always have free 30-minute breakthrough strategy sessions if you're struggling with your health, pretty much mostly around perimenopause and menopausal symptoms, or some of those other symptoms that I mentioned. I am available for just a free consult, talk about what's going on with you, and so maybe give you some tips on what you can do, just to help you figure out how you can improve your situation, whatever is going on. I will drop those links in the bottom of this video. Also, I have a free ebook, which is the 3 proven ways to alleviate perimenopause and menopausal symptoms naturally. No meds. So that's free. I'm putting that out there. And then I think that's it. I am going to be taking a few weeks off for the summer. I will repost some of the videos that I have done in the past, just to keep the Wellness Wednesday going. And always feel free to comment. And if you're watching this video, please don't forget to leave me a comment if you want. But don't forget to like it. I love comments though, guys. So I encourage you to ask questions or make comments or whatever you're doing. Just to, let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know what you think about fasting. Let me know what you've heard about fasting. And also if you have any additional questions about fasting. Okay? So until next time, have a wonderful summer. This is my time of the year. I love this weather. So I am going to get out of here now and go out and enjoy some of that wonderful weather that's out there. Until next time, have a good evening, everybody. Bye-bye.